My sister said I was too ugly to find love, so I married the man she'd been chasing for years. Growing up with Victoria was like living in someone else's shadow, except the shadow kept reminding you that you'd never see sunlight. She got mom's bone structure, dad's height, and all the confidence. I got dad's nose, mom's anxiety, and a lifetime of hearing how I was the practice child before they got it right with Victoria. Every family dinner turned into her highlight reel. Victoria made the cheer squad, got asked to prom by 3 guys, landed a modeling contract. Meanwhile, I was getting my braces tightened. Mom would pat my hand while dad suggested I should focus on academics instead of boys. Translation, you're too ugly to compete. The real warfare started when I turned 16. Victoria brought home Derek, this tall lacrosse player with perfect teeth. She kissed him extra long in front of me, then said loud enough for everyone to hear, "Some girls are meant to be loved, others are meant to watch." Mom laughed like it was a joke. College was my escape until Victoria followed me there a year later. She'd show up at parties, and guys talking to me would gravitate toward her. Then I met Nathan during my junior year. He was a graduate student in architecture. Older, serious, the kind who actually listened. We met in the library when I dropped books and he helped. He didn't ask if I had a sister. When he kissed me for the first time, I felt real for the first time in years. Victoria found out 3 weeks in, and her entire demeanor changed when she saw his picture. She asked 1,000 questions with fake support. I told her everything. That he was getting his master's, his family owned a construction business, he told me he loved me. Her smile got wider with every detail. She showed up at our coffee shop claiming she was in the neighborhood. Red dress, endless legs, enough charm to power a city. The stealing happened slowly. Victoria started showing up everywhere we went. I told myself I was paranoid. Then came the night that changed everything. Nathan had a big presentation. After, there was a reception. I went to get drinks, and when I came back, Victoria had Nathan cornered. Her hand on his chest, face inches from his. I confronted her in the parking lot. She just laughed. "Come on, you didn't think he'd stay with you? Look at us." Then she showed me texts between them going back 2 weeks. Him asking to meet up, complimenting her, saying he couldn't stop thinking about her. "I'm doing you a favor," she said. That summer was the darkest period of my life. Mom called weekly saying I should be happy for my sister. I threw myself into my degree, started therapy. My counselor helped me see patterns, the systematic destruction of my self-worth, the constant comparison. She suggested I go no contact. I graduated, got into a master's program, and moved 3 hours away. Started fresh with new friends, a life on my own terms. 2 years later, I met someone at a professional conference. Landon, completing his residency in psychiatry. We sat next to each other during a workshop, started talking, didn't stop for 3 hours. He was intelligent, kind, interested in understanding people. Landon had also survived a toxic family system. 6 months in, he told me he loved me while cooking dinner. When he proposed a year later during a camping trip, I said yes before he finished asking. Planning the wedding meant dealing with my family. Landon insisted we invite them. I sent invitations. Mom called crying. Victoria responded 3 weeks later saying she'd be there with a +1. The wedding was small at a botanical garden. As guests arrived, I watched from the window. She showed up in a white dress. The +1 made my heart stop. Nathan walked beside her looking uncomfortable. My maid of honor saw my face. Want me to have them removed? I took a deep breath. Let them come. I walked down the aisle feeling more confident than ever. Landon's face made everything worth it. The real moment came when Landon's best man gave a toast. Apparently when Landon first saw me, he'd told his friend, "That woman is going to change my life." He'd been chasing me from the beginning, choosing me deliberately. Everything Nathan never did. I looked at Victoria's table and saw her face go white. She was staring at Landon with horrible recognition, finally understanding what she'd stolen. A guy who would have left anyway. Nathan wasn't a prize. Landon was the opposite, and she was watching him look at me like I'd hung every star. During dancing, Nathan approached me while Victoria was in the bathroom. We stepped outside where he started apologizing. Said Victoria pursued him relentlessly, that he was trapped. He'd tried breaking up, but she'd threatened to ruin him. I stood there feeling nothing. "Thank you," I said, "but I'm married to a man who chose me first. You're with Victoria, which means you're where you deserve to be." Victoria found us, and her fury was immediate. She grabbed Nathan's arm. Trying to steal him back? That's pathetic. Still can't believe someone would choose you first. I looked at her and saw what I'd never noticed. Underneath all that beauty was a desperately insecure woman who'd built her identity on being better than me. "Actually," I said calmly, "Nathan was apologizing for falling for your manipulation. You two are perfect for each other." Landon appeared, slipping his hand into mine. "Everything okay?" He didn't look at them, just checked my face. "Everything's perfect. Let's go dance."